He's actually gonna eat it? $400 for a hat? I want to see the itemized for how much he spent on this video, because it was a lot. Generic intro into that goes me. We're back with another Caddicarus video. Today we're doing the rip-off world of Crash Bandicoot merchandise. I'm gonna learn a lot in this video. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright.
I'm a real king.
Oh, is this... Oh, Crash Team Rumble? What? I'm actually...
Not really my thing.
Oh, I'm playing Crash Bandicoot right now through the franchise for the very first time. I'm streaming on Saturdays. I'm actually on... I should have finished Crash 3. Maybe. Like, I think I might finish Crash Bandicoot 3 tomorrow.
I like Crash
when I'm
Bandicoot,
recording.
and that's why every June I try to celebrate him. I mean, after all, it's not only my birthday month, but Crash 3 was the first video game I ever played.
Oh, and I'm playing it
if you don't
right
like
now.
It, you can chode off. So let's take a look
I like
back
it
at why
so
I love
far.
Crash so much. I've never done that before, have I?
Crash Bandicoot is a video game.
Yeah,
and that's
I think
where it
I'm
should have
actually...
ended.
Yeah, I'm actually...
But when something is good,
I upload
and it does
VODs
well,
on Tuesday on the game
they
channel.
make merchandise.
Yeah. Oh. Not
I don't even like M&Ms. And our
Why,
favorite,
though?
Cash Banuka, has had his fair share of merchandise for you to show off how much you love him. You know, you'll wake up one day, get ready with your grey Crash Bandicoot hat and put on your Crash Bandicoot Christmas woolly jumper because of all the snow in June. Head downstairs to sit at your, oh hang on, you forgot your pants. Put on your Aku Aku lounge pants, but don't worry about the matching pajama top because it doesn't fit you. Head downstairs to sit at your Crash Bandicoot breakfast table from Zavvi.com. Get out your Crash
Zavvi?
Team Racing coasters that fit together to make a complete car tire. So
That's
you can put down your
cool.
morning coffee in your Uka Uka mug, and your Crash Bandicoot mug, and your Crash Bandicoot box mug, and your Crash Bandicoot box mug. Whip out your phone with its Crash Bandicoot 4 phone case on, take a drink from your Uka Uka
cool.
mug that's now a Crash Bandicoot pint glass, and then see you can buy even more Crash Bandicoot stuff online. So you go to get your Crash Bandicoot
spent
shoulder
a lot of
bag in
money
order
on
to
this
dig in
video.
and find your Crash Bandicoot wallet. Oh, what's that? It's another Crash Bandicoot hat. And then you order the Crash Bandicoot thing you wanted, and then wait a week for it to arrive, only to discover they sent you the wrong thing, and now you have a Crash Bandicoot Pez dispenser.
Oh, I wanted
hark.
that.
What is that? That's my ear. Are you thinking that I just blew my load all at once on all of the Crash Bandicoot merch I own for the sake of an intro joke?
No, he owned all those.
You don't have a clue who I am. And I wanted to make a whole video about all of the
probably had them
insane Crash
beforehand.
merch that I could reasonably get my hands on, all the way from the mid-90s to the mid-2020s, spending way too much in the process,
I'm
easily
sure.
upwards of a few thousand.
Oh,
I
I
wish I was
believe-
joking.
No.
I am single-handedly keeping this franchise alive. Some of this stuff is fantastic, and some of it is trash without a god, but rest assured, they are all official, even
Crash
including
Bandicoot 4.
everything you saw in that intro gag, with licensed packaging and everything, even the costume. And that's why I wanted to make this video. It's so damn fascinating to me how far gone from
But,
planet
like-
Earth some of this shit is. God damn, why do I
They're
make
like-
Bandicoot in June? It's way too hot. These camera lights are not helping me, man. I can't handle this.
Oh, well.
Insane Trilogy promo sweatband.
Nice. How much was that?
Official.
Before kicking off, though, I want to make one thing clear. I will not be looking at any custom-created, unofficial things
Okay,
from
yeah,
Etsy and places like that, because that rabbit hole is bottomless and all the rabbits are dead. Which does sadly mean I have to miss out on some great things like this custom Crash and Coco plush that the lovely Clockter on Instagram made for me, along with this amazing acrylic Crash merry-go-round she also made
that's
for me,
cool.
or this burrito Cortex plush from the lovely Miss Twyla on Instagram, and these two handmade masks from the lovely I don't know, because they were a birthday present and I'm not going to find out who made them. I'm not an assassin. Not to mention, if you go too
Valid.
far into the depths of Etsy,
No.
you end up finding,
That's...
oh,
Oh.
woof.
You know what gave me the inspiration for this video,
No.
though? I love
I think-
going into
yeah,
vintage
no.
clothes shops to find bargains on extremely cool clothes that were all the rage when I
Extremely
was a
cool
kid.
is subjective.
Does that sound like I'm trying to dress up like a child?
And the last time I was in one, I was lucky enough to snag this genuine 1997 Tomb Raider 2
Year I was
shirt,
born.
with all the logos on it and everything. IDOS there, core designs
But she
there.
was born,
Pretty
like,
sick.
What,
But then after
95?
finding this, it made something come out of my head that I had buried 20 years ago.
It's not Spawns.
I had Crash Bandicoot clothes.
I mean, yeah, I was like 5 years old
I
and they were
didn't.
pajamas, so trying to get into them nowadays would be like... But after that memory
I
was
can
unlocked,
wear-
I then thought, huh,
Surely
they didn't just make
like,
kids'
kids'
clothes
large
to promote a kids'
clothing.
game.
It's very
Why
tight.
would they do
and
that?
And
It's
so I
not
looked on
good.
eBay and managed to find 3
But
of
I
them.
can fit in it.
And let's just say, Thank God I found the Tomb Raider 2 one in a thrift shop.
And that's because these kinds of
Why?
shirts, on eBay at least, can go for extortionate prices.
Really?
And these are no exception. These two here are from 1999 and are for Crash 2 and 3. The grey one still has its tag on it. Pretty cool.
Why?
And according to the back, he's ready for action.
Really?
With that face, I'd say he was more ready for a trumpet. And you know what? I don't blame him if he's ready for anything. If I were being tickled like this, I'd be ready to curb stomp you. The blue shirt is really cool too, because it has Crash on it staring at you through an air conditioning vent. The back,
Yeah,
though,
why
is
does
where
the
it
purple-
really comes
Ooh.
alive. Look at all this stuff going on. Crash is
That's
here,
my favorite design
Crash
in
is
shirts.
here,
Well,
Crash's middle
tiny
third
little logo.
is here. But at least they zoomed in and focused on the most important parts of the image. The bike's headlamp and the mud flap. Also, these two being right next to each other really puts me off because the background is the same image split across two windows, meaning
yeah.
that there's a small Crash here and a big Crash standing right next to him that also just so happens to be a mirrored version of the smaller one. I'm going to assume it's another Bandicoot, and I'm going to call him Rash.
The seller said it was large.
Kids large?
The seller said it was large!
The best one I found, though, undoubtedly is this one. A 1997 promo Crash t-shirt for Crash 2. Logo on the front, and Crash's back on the back.
Pretty
Good thing
sick.
that wasn't on the front. Look at Crash go, flying from his home country of Brazil and breaking free from the force field of national flags. I
Ozone.
love this image. I swear to God, this should be the new logo for World Peace Day.
Luckily, this shirt did end up fitting me, which
Oh,
is great
nice.
because it goes really well with this 2020's official Crash Bandicoot
Why are they
beanie
coming out with
from
this 2020?
BioWorld, the old mixed with the new. But at least the beanie uses the original Crash Bandicoot logo, so it doesn't look too out of place. Or you could always wear the much cheaper official Crash Bandicoot bandana,
Oh.
so you can rep your Crash Bandicoot gang
Okay.
in England.
You! Pip pip cheerio, you skank-ass bitch!
But anyway, after finding those shirts, I then remembered
that what
about
it's
the
like
time
in
that
England when it's
Activision
not
sent me
raining?
this promotional Crash 4 jigsaw puzzle to tease the game ages before it was officially announced. Sadly, I can't find it anywhere in my house. I think I've lost it. But
How
all
do
of
you
this got me
lose
thinking
that?
even more. What other mental shit has Crash stuck his face on? What were the limits of his depravity? How low did his morals go for selling out? And so,
I
here we are.
don't know.
With this video.
Oh, it spawns.
Oh,
Spawns.
I said the secret word. Video. And you know what that means?
This video isn't
it's
sponsored.
time to have a look at... I forgot the watch.
Yeah, check this out. It's a Crash
Oh,
Team Racing
whoa.
nitro-fueled watch. Perfect for those moments where you don't want to tell the time because it's
Does the
broken.
bezel
But
even
hey,
move?
At least I can go about my day knowing that it's 9:15. It has new batteries in it, but it just doesn't move. I don't get it. How is it that something I ordered from my own country ends up breaking in transit, but then this 23-year-old Crash Team Racing RC
I
car
don't-
from America
you know how hard it
does
is
it?
to break
How
a quartz
fantastic
watch?
is this? It's a genuine CTR remote control
big
car
watch guy.
with
Like,
no box.
I'm in
Sadly,
3
but I
watch
wasn't gonna
clubs
display
in my
something
local
as
area.
sick as this. I'm going to take it out and use it.
And
It wasn't
I
cheap.
have
I'm
a
going to get
collection.
my money's worth.
Hello. This is official as well. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either, but yeah, there's the packaging, licensed by Activision. It's horrible, isn't it? And I also didn't realize
I watched,
that this
like,
was
episode 2
wired.
of Dan to Dan
it's
last
not
night,
a
so-
wireless RC car, so I'm not expecting miracles, but let's get it into gear and go, like it's Crash Team Racing, let's go.
So it's on a
He
leash.
doesn't turn.
You have to
that's
chase it.
kind of a problem.
What?
But like, he does have a back button, which turns him the wrong damn direction. His wheels also go over the wire
Yep.
when he's turning. So
I
this
remember
isn't
those
really
days.
Working out how I. There we go.
That way. Did it
And that's
stop?
kind of the extent of that, I
Oh.
suppose. That wasn't too impressive, was it? That was 2-button. Wired RC car that doesn't turn and doesn't go that quick. I think it's a bit of a waste of money. Why do kids need all this plastic light-up electric shit anyway? Can't they be happy with a ball from the Insane Trilogy promo launch?
What? So, is it just like
No,
promo
come on,
stuff?
it was expensive.
Yeah, it probably
I'm
was
mad
expensive.
now. And when I'm mad, I slam my fist on the table.
It's a mug shaped like Crash's hand. This
Okay.
is not fake, this is real. Look,
In
it says
the
so right here
original
on
packaging.
the box. It's a Crash Bandicoot shaped mug, even though I don't remember Crash Bandicoot being shaped like that. Look at this joke. If a bomb dropped every time I said the word why about this design,
Why?
it wouldn't be too many bombs, so I could live with it. The gags just write themselves. I mean,
But, like,
what
why?
do you expect me to do with
Who-
it? You're daring me not
who
to do it.
thought
It's even
there was a
cup
demand for
shit's
this?
Sake. It's made to keep liquid in. No, God, stop it! And even if I were being sensible, all I could think about while drinking from this is the sweat in between Crash's sandy fingers. Would you drink water from someone else's hand
No.
like that? I wouldn't even do it with my own hand, and I know where my hands have been.
Hang on. Caddy, what are you doing in space? Aha! I knew you'd be talking about merchandise, so I flew all the way to Japan and bought you back some things. Wow, just for me?
No.
I'm not thanking you. Oh no, I'm overheating.
In space?
Huh, look at these. How awesome are they?
Expensive.
Japanese Crash Bandicoot manga. These are official too.
It's a shame I can't read them, but they are class either way.
Imagine
Just looking
knowing
at
how to
them is enough
read.
For me. Check out Cortex here. Why does he look like a big fish? I suppose I could always get the basics and use Google Translate, but then we end up with Bandicoot Sight and Spudgers is a big adventure, Bandic Jansu is a big adventure in class, and
Yeah, that
Pandicta
just kills it.
Adventure with TM 900,000 Big Bandic Motads. I think it's a better idea for me to just start learning Japanese instead.
Yeah?
Oh.
What?
Do books catch diseases?
Wait a second. If the paper from books can get sick,
What?
then that means
What?
other things made of paper can get.
Hello, I'm Spons.
Spawns is sick?
Look,
Oh
everyone,
no.
Spons is dying.
I can't keep going.
It's not
I
possible.
can't afford the medical bills.
Oh, thank God. No
You're
more
not in
sponsor
America.
interruptions. So anyway,
Oh no, I'm still doing them. I've got one right now from the Racker Blade point.
Nice.
Why? You'd be dead soon. What's the point?
I just can't afford the medical bills at the moment, but after this, I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
The Racker Blade Point is a melee combat battle royale game that features extremely fast hand-to-hand combat, quick mobility with grappling hook platforming, and an endless collection of different weapons to mess around with. It's really damn good, and it should be obvious.
I've never heard of
because
this game,
Racker is
but-
an anagram of rank. Wait, that's not a good word, is it? Right now, the game is free to play, so there's no better time to jump in on Steam. Epic
I've
Games,
never
Xbox
heard of it,
Series X,
but
Xbox One, PS5,
they pay the
deck of
bills.
cards, Grandfather Clock, and Policeman's
Especially
Mr. Spons, somebody on the phone
YouTube
wants to
right
wish you
now.
a swift recovery.
Oh, really? Who is it?
everyone.
Oh, wow. It's 20 million people that have played Naraka already, and they're all enjoying the vast arsenal of melee weapons, each with their own dynamic moves, leading to limitless combat scenarios and possibilities to get the upper hand. Unlike some other no-brainer shootout games that I definitely haven't done any sponsors with in the past, Naraka uses a counter system.
I don't know what
allow you
game
to
he was
predict the
referencing
enemy's
there.
next attacks and then use the best actions to attack back. It's not just about being quick and hitting triggers before everyone else. Everybody meets you on the same level, and fights can go on as long as they need to, with rock, paper, scissors, star melee attacks that need to be reacted to in split seconds in real time. It sounds good, doesn't it? So head to the description right now to download the game and log in to get a load of free skins and chests. Please, do it now. I want to see my family again.
Why are you
Do
paying
you have
for
a
your
family?
The NHS doesn't cover kites.
healthcare?
Oh.
They're racist.
Okay, let me know when
It'd
you
still
can.
be
Whilst we're on the
cheaper
topic of
than
Japan,
America.
Here are a couple of little tiny Crash figurines from there. If I'm right in my research,
What?
then specifically
What?
these are from the Universal
What?
Studios theme park
What?
in Japan, possibly from Gacha Machines, but I'm not sure. These are notable for two reasons. First of all, because this is one of the only pieces of merch for Penta Penguin I think I've ever seen, very quaint. And secondly, because this is the best pose Crash has ever been in. There's also this
He's a happy
itsy
boy.
bitsy teeny weeny ickle bickle
Car pulley back car backy
Oh, dude, those
My
things.
personal favorite,
I used to wind
these
them up
backpack
way too much
straps.
to the point
Check
they
it out.
broke.
It's a baby T figure. That's adorable. Actually, wait a second. I was
What?
wrong. These aren't backpack straps. They're mobile
Phone
phone
nest?
charms. Oh boy, who
That
remembers
was a
that
time.
era of tech? You'd
That
have this
was a
tiny
time,
flat
yep.
little phone the size of a debit card with a giant platted sausage hanging off of it. Who did this to their poor phones? Make yourselves
I
known.
didn't.
I want to know who put these on their phones so I can send myself to you in a barrel and have a talk
There's
with you.
the
Another
barrel
Japanese thing I got
again.
my hands on were these pretty rare keyring figures from 1998.
How do you know they're rare?
Surprisingly high detailed, and even better, they even move. Not very much, but they still move. Look, he's nearly 30 years old. He has arthritis. He's practically dead. Not
30?
to mention, I
Should
don't
we
think
get
I've ever
arthritis
seen
at
merchandise
30?
related to one of Crash's death animations before. This slightly
yeah.
translucent Ghost Crash is terrific. I kind of want to use him, but I don't want to ruin him either. You know, any more ruined than he already is, because he's dead.
My favorite thing that I found from Japan specifically, though, this is a Crash Team Racing toy. Made from rubber? I shit you not. This is a 1-inch tall Crash Team Racing figure.
Hey, that's very
from
detailed
Japan,
for what it is.
Made entirely from orange rubber. Why does this exist? Who bought this? Why did I spend possibly the highest amount of money per tenth of a pound of rubber in existence for it? So that I could show you on camera in a video that there is a Crash Team Racing figure from Japan made entirely from orange rubber. I don't know what to say. What can I say? It's one color, it doesn't move. When you throw it on the floor, it doesn't bounce back to you, flies outside and never comes back. If you use it as an English rubber, it's not very good. And if you use it as an American rubber, then you have a very strange knob. But hey, if you think that's a bad contraceptive,
wait,
take a look at
English
this on
rubber?
my shelf. It's the complete opposite.
An
It's such
eraser?
a good contraceptive that it repels women before they even go near me. This here is the Insane Trilogy limited Crash statue from Thirst for Figures, released in 2017.
Thirst for Figures?
Number 969 out of 1,450. And it is brilliant. But with something like this, I'm not getting any of that. The level of detail is meticulous, from the creases on his trousers to the shading in his hair. He's not too cute, not too ugly, not too manic, not too sane, and he even has a belly button, reminding you that he had to have his cord cut. It even comes with Crash's social security card, where he IDs himself as a painful vegan crap. And so the circle of life carries on, from something very big to something very small. These are, yet again from Japan, nano blocks. Basically Lego, but 1,000 times smaller, 1,000 times harder, and instead of hurting your feet, the pieces vanish into your skin, never to be seen again. Even though imported from Japan, these little things in the UK at least are available in pretty much every major game shop at extremely cheap prices.
I've never actually built
as a
Lego
fan,
set.
I couldn't say no to.
When I was a kid, all we had like a tote of Legos, and that was it. It was not like a set.
But also a total joke at the expense of anyone that bought them. Oh my god, if you have kids, not only have you made a mistake, but also don't get them nano blocks. They are the most awkward, fiddly, and delicate pieces of bastard I've ever seen. Building them requires an engineering degree.
They look like
fall
a
apart
choking
if you so much
hazard.
as breathe on them. I hate it whenever I need to move these little idiots around, because there is a 98% chance my beloved engine will lose his legs and turn into Humpty Dumpty. And then you have to spend 4 hours searching for his legs because of how tiny they are, only for you to find them 2 days later living in your arm crease. I love these things, but don't buy them. Oof. I need to calm down, and what better way to calm down than with this good loot Crash Bandicoot 4 jigsaw puzzle.
160 pieces, that's it? Oh, wow, that is...
No! Okay, fine. How about an easier puzzle? And when I say easier, I mean like ignoring your mother when she calls you kind of easy. Here is a Cash Banuka phone puzzle from the year 2000. I'd love to say this was cool and worth the price tag, but
Hey, how much was it?
this doesn't even look legit. The artwork
Non-toxic,
is so
okay.
cheap. Is Crash holding a cane while waving to the royals? Oh, hello, King Charles. How's your mum doing? The logo is tacky. The drawings are
it's one of
tacky.
those
it's
little
way
foam
too
things.
easy.
Oh,
Hang on,
I
is this
remember
for
those.
babies? Do babies do jigsaw puzzles with
Yes.
foam? Why foam? Is it so that you can do it in the bath? Who wants to solve jigsaw puzzles with Johnson & Johnson in your eyes? Oh no! You just got Crash Bandicoot PC mouse matted!
Oh,
From the year 2000, here's
dude,
another
where's
thing
my
that's
car?
foamy
That's so
and way too
crazy.
easy as a
'cause
jigsaw.
Me and my girlfriend were just talking
It's
about
the
that
official
movie.
Crash Bandicoot mouse mat for all the times you needed a Crash with no neck to keep you company while you spent more time on your computer,
why is
which
that
not
mouse
where
pad
any of his
so
games
small?
were available to play. This thing is ludicrous. How am
Yeah.
I supposed to use it? It's comically small. I can barely fit my mouse.
And it also
in fact,
moves
it's
with
small enough to even be my mouse. Oh, I'm
True.
thirsty. Don't forget to hydrate. Oh, Jesus. They didn't think too much about this design, did they? I forgot that I'm trying to find something to calm me down. This is failing. I need something else, preferably something that isn't screaming at me. Oh, I know. This. At first glance, this thing is terrible. It's a
What do you
cool
mean? It
figure
looks
of
cool.
Crash in a cart, but the wheels don't spin, the arms don't turn, and the
Oh.
engine falls off.
Well, great. How will I get to work now?
And that's because this is not just a figure. It's a figure with a purpose. For within the engine bay, you can put an incense cone, set it alight, and then holy shit, that is...
What?
Yeah, this is an official Crash Team Racing incense burner, and it's probably the only time in your life where willingly putting a fire in your car engine is a
Right
good
next
idea.
to
I love stuff
plastic.
like this. It's not only really cool just to look at on its own,
Well, I
but
guess it
also
goes
has a
out and
practical use,
kinda like
and it just
simmers.
so happens that that practical use makes it look even cooler. This is some sick merchandise.
Wow! Hold up! Is that a fire? That's good.
I'm leaving.
William the Useless Fireman. Well, I suppose while
fog
everything's
machine.
on fire, we can at least make the smoke look
Actually,
cool
I wonder if
with
they
these
actually have a
Crash
fog
Bandicoot
machine, or is
lights
this an
with
effect?
Paladone.
Oh.
Oh wait a second. Where's my Crash one?
Oh, nice.
These kinds of merch, honest to God, confuse my little
Because
fun.
what's
I'm
the
not
purpose?
against lights at all. I love lights. But these miniature battery-powered ones just don't do anything for me. They aren't that bright, they slam batteries down like a drunk, and they don't look particularly good either. I mean, just look at poor Crash.
Turn off the lights. I'm sure it gets worse.
He looks like he's being slowly killed from radiation. The skin around his
Yeah?
mouth crosses over the level of fleshy pink that I'm comfortable with. His stubby hands don't have any fingers. His arms look like they'd make wet slapping noises and smell of fish. Way too much time was put into the curvature of his cake. And what the hell is going on down here? He looks like a penguin in a G-string. The company that made these lights is called Paladone. And in their defense, there is one miniature battery-powered light they make that I do like. This TNT.
I actually have
not
one of
only
those.
because
It's a
shaped like
Minecraft
what
diamond
supposed
block.
to be,
It's-
but because in game
I'm using it as
TNT
a
glows
doorstop.
after you jump on top of it, which is exactly the same idea here. It makes perfect
Yeah, and it has like
sense if you're
different
looking
levels
for
of
an ideal,
brightness. Like
quirky
you tap it
gift
once, it
for
turns
Crash
on. Tap it again, it goes a little brighter.
Fan. The
Tap
best
it
thing
again, a
about
little
it, though, is
brighter.
that it doesn't
Tap it again,
only
turns
light
off.
up when you push it down,
It's
but it even does the
on the
sound.
Floor keeping the door open.
And actually,
Because
Paladone also made
every
this neat
door in my
little
house
thing.
squeaked
a
when I bought it,
USB nightlight
and
of Crash
WD-40
suffocating in a jar.
Started making them all kind of like close on their own.
I don't get
And
the
I don't want
theming,
to
but I won't
close, I want it to be
complain. It
open.
does look pretty cool. It feels like I've captured an endangered forest nymph.
Hey, baby, I noticed you look at me when I shouted at you to look at me. Why don't we cut the small talk and get down to business? In my love nest.
Okay, I have to admit, this isn't official. It's a Chinese
Oh,
bootleg
okay.
king-size bed set. But can you
It's
blame
not
me for
official.
ignoring my own rules for just one damn second? Because this is the funniest shit I think I've ever
Why
seen.
would that be there? Who made the
Can
conscious
you imagine
decision?
waking up in the middle of the night and that face is staring right
Like,
into
I
your
feel like there's
eyes?
a lot of
Can you
products out there
imagine
that are
looking
just, like,
down in the
made by
morning
AI?
And seeing Crash's greasy fingers resting on your chest? Can you imagine your children coming in to wake you up after a nightmare and then this rises from the dark to comfort them? Can you imagine being intimate with your partner, but it isn't your partner? It's Crash Bandicoot! I can't think of a single reasonable justification for anybody wanting to buy this, bootlegged or not. So why is it
not-
available to buy?
The person
Who
that
wants this?
it is not the
I
person
know
that buys
I bought it, but shut up!
It's a
Hold it,
gift.
what we're doing is completely natural. Stop screaming! It's just that face, man. Whether you're sleeping, relaxing, or mashing one out, I can't tell if he's horrified or is waiting for his turn. Disgusting, heinous, criminal. And for God's sake, why are there three of them at once?
Perhaps it's time for us to get out of bed then and slip on our officially licensed Cash Banuka socks.
Really?
And then make our way downstairs while playing Crash Bandicoot by Tiger Electronics, being extra careful not to...
Oh, this is fine.
I broke my ribs for this.
I'll break more if you don't shut up. Oh, look everyone, it's... Who is it?
I've got something for you in the kitchen.
Give me a kitchen.
Wow, for me?
Follow me, kiddo.
Golly, I wonder what kind of present he has for me in there. I mean, it could be
Why is he
anything.
walking
It could
like
be
that?
A plate or a baguette? Man, I just can't wait. It's like Christmas came early. But it isn't Christmas. That's why it's early.
It's June.
Gadget, you're metal now.
I've seen Go Inspector Gadget. What?
First of all, this here is a giant Crash plush from 2001, and I'm pretty sure it came from Crane Games or theme park fairground attractions as a prize. I don't know, honestly.
Sorry, I gotta get into character.
And secondly, these are vintage fridge magnets from 2001, still sealed. And even though I would love to keep it that way, I'm sorry, these are dress-up pieces. I'm opening this bitch and slutting Crash out as much as I can.
God.
These were only available in the US back in the day, and that sucks because kid me would have sat on the kitchen floor playing with these
That's
for
actually kind of
hours.
cool.
Yeah. Kids today have their smartphones and their...
Give me magnets.
I had magnets.
Look, everyone, I did it.
Me and my brother
The
found a
ultimate life
tire,
form.
and that was like the most fun week of our lives.
You know what else I had as a kid? Plastic toys that came for free in cereal boxes. Is that still a thing today? If it isn't, you kids are
I
missing
think
out. The toy
it
was
is.
the
They
tastiest
just
part of the box. Once again, from 2001, which at this point might as well be the Crash Bandicoot merchandise renaissance, Nestle cereals came with either a Spyro the Dragon toy, a Tomb
Also
Raider
Nestle.
toy, or a Cash Banuka toy. There were 6 in total, 2 for each franchise, and I have both of the Crash ones right here. They're pretty cute, and I remember having my fun with them as a kid. This one here is a weighted magic balancing Crash thing with a little dent in his chin so you could stick him on a pencil and
Spin him?
Oh, and then
Can you
there's
spin
this
him?
one where Crash looks exactly like a lamp at your nan's house, and all you do is press your fingers down here and then do what Crash does best: spin. You know what? These children's cereal toys that came for free.
Like, how much did they
Not
cost
very
for them to make
impressive.
that, you know?
I knew it.
Okay.
Well, so far we've seen a nice variety of stuff, haven't we? Some practical, some vintage, some horrible. But you know what we haven't done yet? Food.
There's
well, I
Crash
wish I could
Banuka
tell you that
food,
Wampa fruit
and it's
was
not
real.
Wampa fruit? Yeah.
I suppose this is the next best thing.
Your eyes don't deceive you. This is Crash Bandicoot
G-Fuel?
G-Fuel.
I've
What
never
does
had
the G
G-Fuel.
stand for?
Gamer.
Goose.
Aha! Did somebody say goose? I'm cooking one right now! I'm not eating that. Bonjour, everyone!
Why?
Look,
Don't mess
it's
with Canada's
my
gooses.
show, and I am the sandwich. And today we're going to be cooking one of my family favorite recipes. Noodles. The stuff is you want to get yourself a frying pan, stick it on
That's
a
not
high
a frying
heat,
pan.
Go and get your noodles, and then take the crispy noodles out of the packet.
Where's the water? Where's the water? Where's the water? You gotta boil the water. You gotta put water in the pot.
And put it in the bin.
Hello, it's me, the bin. Garbage. I love eating rubbish. Give it me. Bye.
Then what you want to do is you want to get the dry noodles and stick them in the pan, and then make sure you get your Crash Bandicoot G-Fuel ready.
I think
for
I
the
knew somebody
boil.
that
Make sure you
ate,
open the
like,
can with your official Crash Bandicoot
noodles
bottle
uncooked.
opener.
Like, just had the brick and just ate it.
And then
Nice.
stir it in. Oh, I'm spitting. Oh, no! Stir it very regularly until the noodles go all soft and ropey. And just when you're about to finish, make sure to add your optional
Spyro G
sweat.
Fuel. Dude, the fact he's using a
And
wooden.
Knuckles Wii.
He's using a wooden.
This stuff stinks of BO. What is that? And voila!
Is it a spatula or something? I don't know. It's gonna absorb that.
Bon appetit, bitches.
Right, so first impressions.
He's actually gonna
from
eat
the
it?
smell, it smells like something that my
With no
mum would have
flavor
given me
packets.
as a child when I had a runny nose. It smells like some sort of child's medicine. It's not the nicest smell, but it's not the worst smell either. It's very fruity. I feel like I'm about to eat some like vegan jackfruit burrito. I guess there's no better way to figure out what it's like than to just. Oh fuck.
Oh, he's actually
No.
concerned.
No. Oh.
The fact that
No, I'm committing to it. I'm gonna swallow it. I promise. I'm gonna have to swallow this in one. I can't chew it.
is it not
Every
cooked?
time I chew it, a new sour fruit comes out. I did it. I ate my first and only mouthful. I bought those 3 cans imported from the US because they don't sell them in the UK. That was £18 for the 3 of them. That was the biggest waste of food I think I've ever done. Don't do that at home unless you have a YouTube. No, just don't.
At,
Just don't
eight,
do it.
at, you know,
Okay, this
18
is an
pounds.
actual
You know,
live first proper taste test. You know what? I don't mind it. It's really nice, actually. That's surprising. Oh,
what?
okay. I was gonna say it had a really nice, soft.
G Fuel
floaty,
used to be
juicy,
like
refreshing
everywhere.
taste.
Gamer
The
stuff just
aftertaste
kind of
just
take.
kicked in, and now it's really bitter.
What?
And it's now, oh god, that is traveling right back
I also
up.
still not had gamer subs. I have it at my house. I just
is disagreeing
have
with it or
not
something,
had
but
a
the
chance
aftertaste
to try
is
it.
the worst bit. It all of a sudden goes from really tropical fruity and kind of mango-y, kind of pineapple-y, and then it just completely nosedives after you get that nice taste out of, like, once it goes down your system, it just becomes gamer grease. And sadly, the only other vaguely food-related thing I was able to find were these adorable little cake toppers from France, made entirely from China.
What? Why?
Hi, Coco. Why do you look like Prince? These are especially cute and extremely delicate.
Why are they
I love them to pieces.
porcelain?
And they were surprisingly valuable for how small they are, but you can't eat them. Well, you can, but you might block the bit that makes you breathe.
So in that case, while we're still on this weird figure high, why don't we take a look at these action figures from Head Start? These are pretty cool little things based on Crash Bandicoot 4 in a big tent, meaning
That's
each figure
gonna
doesn't
come
only
after
come with
Crash
one of the
Bandicoot
new
3.
masks from the game, but just like the
I'll
game, they also
try to
feature 11 points of
106% of
articulation.
people will
You
watch
know,
it.
just like this bird.
Oh.
That's not one of the points.
They also show off Crash in a few of the costumes from the game, including the biker jacket. This figure alone was worth it for me. It looks great. I would have bought this with or without me making this video. I'm a right cuck. This Coco figure looks dead serious though. What is with her face? Who pissed in her cornflakes? Why are you judging me for buying toys? It says they're 5+. That's me. I'm
Yeah,
5+
I'm
by
over-
24
I'm older-
years. Shove off.
I'm allowed
Yeah,
to be
I'm
an
older than
adult liking
5.
this stuff. See, I have a Crash Bandicoot adult coloring book
Those are a thing.
for adults
Really?
that do coloring.
Really?
I mean, I don't. Like, I mean, just look, I'm not.
And I don't know, man. Something looks a bit off with this Cortex figure. He looks about ready to do the bump. What shade of lipstick is that, Ned? Oh, hello. I noticed you from across the bar, and I really dig your vibe.
Stop.
By the way, I got
Stop.
one of these figures
He
brand
looks like he
new
just
from Amazon.
does this.
And whether it's from the supply chain or the delivery, I'm not sure. But where some of these figures are boxed and packaged perfectly, other ones arrived like this, and I have no idea why. Are they old returns sold to me as new? This injustice won't
probably
stand. Stop
not.
looking at me like that, fruity Cortex. The thing
Because
is,
usually
though,
when you
So
had those
far,
kind
at
of
least,
things, it would
these
tear the
are
paper
only
off.
available figures from this line of toys, except for one, a limited edition golden Crash figure. And how do you get that one? By getting it in a pack with 3 other figures that you already have. This is upside down, isn't it?
Yep.
The things I do, eh? And all
Why
just so
is-
that I can say, look,
He's
there
gold.
he is. It's Crash. But one ugly colour.
And golden
Cortex,
eyes.
I'm gonna skate off of your beard.
Little quarter pipe.
Here's another one from Head Start. It's yet another
Why
Crash
does
figurine,
he have
but
joints?
a little bit bigger, and it comes with a free lick. It's basically the same idea as the other ones, but now you can swap out the hands with hands and swap out the mouth
With a mouth.
Oh dear, that's horrific. Don't worry. Be happy. You know what? I feel like I unfairly
Why is
skimmed
that
over
coloring
this
book
thing a
so
second ago.
thick?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that this was a real thing until I found it. A Crash Bandicoot coloring book. Clearly not from the UK because, you know, it's spelled wrong. Look, you speak English and we're from a country called England. We are correct. Cope and seethe. I'm not mad
No, you're not!
coloring, but I still loved looking through the pictures here and seeing the possibilities. Oh! Crash, speak to me. What happened to you?
Hey.
Your eye left you.
No,
You look like an old
you're
man.
just wrong.
You young'uns and your Facebook and your electric lights. I just want to ride my bike.
Here is an image of Coco either running away from a boulder or wearing a massive hat.
Definitely running
Ooh.
from Boulder.
Coco, are you okay? Why do you have a chin from Dr. Seuss? Are they?
She kind of
Are they
reminds me of
human
the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my, I'm so sorry. And if you're the creative type but not
What, the
hugely
high
sold
school
on a
drum-
book,
the
may I
romance
interest
thing?
you in a Crash 4 pre-order cardboard cube construction kit for all the moments that you wish Dingadar looked like a 1950s TV. Cortex is a block of cheddar.
Either way, even though I do think that some of these books' pictures are a little bit suspect, I still think this thing is pretty neat.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you?
What is that supposed to mean?
You know. I still haven't forgiven you for that.
Come on, man, that was
what?
15 years ago.
I know what you do with colouring pens.
No, not anymore, I don't.
Ooh, you can run. You can run forever, but you can't hide. Your past will always catch up to you, and when it does, I'll be there. Wait.
What is he talking about?
Right. Now let's take a look at something. Oh, what was that?
Santa.
Here is an extremely rare Japanese-only Santa Claus plush from the late 90s. I'm not
And
sure
you just
where
had
it's
to
from
have
exactly,
this?
but all I can say is that it's not for sale.
But it.
Well, then
but it
why
is.
did I buy it then? This is completely adorable. It's perfect. No notes. Even with that colossal bowling ball nose, I now have a new Christmas tree topper. Angel Gabriel, you shit, mate. Crash Bandicoot helped the wise men find Jesus. And you know what? I wish I could find Jesus, because after looking at these 2022 Crash plushes from Play by Play,
Okay.
I need the help of the Lord. There is no amount of squishing or yanking that you can possibly do to make these look appealing. What child wants to snuggle this? If one of my kids wanted one of these, I'd swap the kid out for another one. Look at him grinning at you with his Chad arms. Why is he so top heavy? He's built like a brick shithouse. Then
That's
there's
a
this
compliment,
masked
though.
version of the plush, which looks like Aku Aku was
That's-
fused onto
that's
Crash's
actually
face
a
like an alien
compliment.
movie. And then there's Cortex. Yep. There he is.
Yep.
What's your favorite part about him? That he has broccoli hands? Or that he's shaped like a baseball bat?
It reminds me of those like little like arcade games.
Oh, my
With the little clowns you gotta knock over.
So yeah, I don't like these, and this was not the only time Play by Play made Crash plushes. Here's a vintage one from 2001. With a suction cup on it, you know, just in case he's finally had enough and wants to end it. But that does mean you can put him anywhere to watch over you.
Yep.
He can watch you in the living room, he can watch you from the flowers, he can watch you in the car, he can watch you in the garden, he can watch you in the fridge, he can watch you in the shower, he can watch you from the doorbell, he can watch you under the table, please wear trousers. I prefer this design to the other Play-by-Play plushes, but it's still not that great. What is going on with that hairy worm on his face? I'm pretty sure Crash has 2 eyebrows, right? He looks
They're
like a
just
Greek
one.
used car salesman. And I guess business hasn't been doing too well. Between you and me, he got caught for tax evasion. And this wasn't the only time some madman stuck a suction cup on Crash's head. Here's another one from the year 2000.
What have
This is the most vile thing I've ever seen. I'm getting rid of it right now.
Nice catch.
Here's another vintage plush. Easily my favorite one.
Is there just
From
a crazy
2001.
markup on
Once
plushes?
again, from Play by Play.
This isn't the most vintage Crash plush that I own, but the anatomy is perfect, the design is old school Crash and not Dwayne Johnson. It's exactly how I remember Crash looking in the face when I was a kid, but in plush form. No complaints. This is bingo bingo nice boy. And breaking news, we even get the world's first official confirmation on my channel only that Crash has an outie. It's quite big though. Crash, we need you on chemo. Well, at least this one is a lot better than this other one I found from 2001. As far as I'm aware, this is the same plush from the same year, but from Universal Studios Australia. And I've got to say,
Dude,
Australia,
it's at an
this is one of the
Australian
only video
resort.
game mascots
Why?
you have, and you decided to put a dead skunk on his head. This wasn't the only time either. Check out this Universal
What's with the
Studios Australia
eyebrows?
plush from 2005. You think the Crash of the Titans design is bad? Well, take a look at this
It's
vermin.
bad.
His arms are lumpy. How can his arms be lumpy?
And just look at his eyebrows.
Yeah, this is fine.
How could they do?
Actually, you know what? I take all of that back. Here is an American Universal Studios plush from
I've-
1998, and blow
I was
me,
alive.
What is this?
I
didn't
hadn't
know they
been
did
there
a
yet,
plush of
but I was
Donald
alive.
Trump. His hair looks like it's about ready to take off. Oh, look! Quick, everyone! There it goes! And then, at the very end of the tunnel, waiting to greet you as you cross over to the pearly gates, is this one. The same people that made those Crash 4 figures that fell out of the box from earlier also made this. That's not Crash Bandicoot, that's Winnie the Pooh. This one blows chunks and sucks them back in again. There's nothing else to say about it. It isn't cool, it isn't cute, it isn't even hot. I didn't know Crash's special power was keeping nuts in his mouth.
Oh, bother. I'm Australian.
And then, just when you thought that the plushes couldn't get any worse,
I am
Why is he
absolutely certain
deflated?
This is another bootleg. I know, I broke my own rules again, but come on, I couldn't not get this. I don't even want to take him out of his airtight sack. It's like I discovered a fossil. I hate it. I gotta be fair. I suppose I should take him out and get a proper look.
Oh, is he? He's already
Well,
inflated.
here we are.
Does he have
His
the
hair is a
hand
twig.
tattoos?
And what is going on with the rounded teeth? He's not Crash, he's Wallace.
You really ate
Also, the
all of these
nose
pies?
is like what?
You fat bastard.
And I know what you're all probably thinking. Cads, if you have taken a couple of liberties for buying bootleg merch, then did you find the original Japanese bootleg plush that would then be turned into fake Crash in the official canon? You'll be amazed to hear... No, I scoured the internet,
Fake
from eBay
crap.
International
What?
to websites where you could buy a wife, and I couldn't find a single one. And out of everything else I managed to find for this
With the
video,
teeth?
that's saying a hell of a lot for how coveted or rare it must be. Either way, that is it for bootlegs, I promise, because I could go on forever about them. They seem to be endless, and some of them are a little bit... So let's carry on with some more official Crash plushes, like this one. It's Crash and Scuba here.
Okay.
Pretty cool. This here is from Kelly Toy in 2005.
I mean, the scuba diving levels have been
I'm not a massive
little
fan of his floppy
interesting
emo
in
hair,
Crash
his
3
Jay
so far.
Leno chin, his gangly horse riding legs, and his slightly dirty stomach. What does that belly button cheese smell like?
Don't
Do
smell
I need
it.
to air it out with the officially licensed Crash Bandicoot air freshener? Despite all of this, though, I really don't care because
They
it's
just
Crash
be
plush
letting
in
the
another
license
costume
out to
that's
anybody,
overall
don't
pretty
they?
great quality. I love the see-through plasticky visor and the oxygen tube connected to the tanks on his back. Great little details. It's just a shame that Jar Crash couldn't get some of the oxygen.
It's fine.
You know, if I die in here, my husband's with me, so I'd be happy.
And while we're on a different costume
Together.
Crash binge, who wants to see my absolute favourite plush that can never be topped no matter what anybody says? Okay.
What?
Here we have a 2001
Oh, that makes sense.
biker plush. But instead of his leather jacket,
2001 was a weird
they
time.
gave him a gimp suit. All that's missing for him is a load of red lights and a pole. I love this. He's literally glistening. I never thought I'd see Crash in skin-tight PVC before, but I'm glad I have now.
Honey, do we have to?
Look, you know the rules. When I'm in bed, he stays.
It's okay.
He's peeling off. Oh my
no.
god, it's my phone!
Yes, that is a
Didn't
phone.
expect that, and it's telling me that there are some American exclusive Taco Bell kids meal toys made for Crash Bandicoot. Guess I'm going to America now, but how will I get there? I can't swim.
Oh, bounce
I
around.
get tired.
To America? Brother.
Oh look everyone, it's a Crash Bandicoot bonus platform, and you know what that means? Yes! It's time for another Caddicarus bounce round!
All the way to America. American Airlines, okay. Taco Bell. Which, you know, Taco Bell was...
You know what
The purpose of
toilet
Taco
reminds me
Bell
of?
is to sell Pepsi products.
Taco Bell. Yes, everybody, you didn't think I'd actually be crazy enough to do it, did you? But I did. We are having Taco Bell in America. You can tell it's America. I am actually in America right now. Look, that's an American phone.
How's that different from any...
That's not good enough.
There you go, American plugs.
We are
Okay,
in
yeah,
America. We are in
correct.
an American hotel. I have got Taco Bell, and hopefully,
Is Taco Bell only an American
yeah,
thing?
don't worry about it. Hopefully, we'll have some free Crash Bandicoot merchandise toys in the bag. And
Oh.
god damn it!
Wait,
Right,
what-
I've cleared
what's
up as
with
much
the
as I can be
chips?
bothered.
What?
So we're gonna be having a Taco Bell dinner, and whoa, how lucky are we? We've got.
He
4
definitely didn't, 'cause they
Taco
were not
Bell
going
toys.
on.
If any of these aren't actually from Taco Bell, well, I said that they are because they came from the Taco Bell bag. So you can't
okay.
argue with facts. To start with, we've got this cool little thing,
He's just a
which
guy.
is based on the original, like, early 90s model
Is he
of
supposed to
Crash.
clip
I don't
into
know
something?
what it does. It just stands there,
Okay.
directing traffic. And then we have this one as well, which he's a little bit more interesting because
He's like
not
an
only
air
is in a
guitar
strange,
knee slide.
provocative pose, but he also can twist his arm, which I would love to show you, but I can't do it with one hand. Look, see? He twists his
Okay.
arm, so you
Cool.
can have him there or there. And when he's like this, he's perfect for the kids. You know why that is? Because in their kids' meal, they'll have their food, and then they get to take home a lovely little cigar holder. We've got this cool little Crash figure in a Jeep. He's pretty cool looking.
Dude,
very,
imagine
very
you
gleamy
go
about everything.
wanting that
And,
toy
the
and you
idea
get
with him
just
is he's
the
got
basic
some heavy
one.
gear mechanisms in his wheels, so you can basically just kind of set him off to go,
And then- Yep. I had toys like that as a kid.
pretty cool. I like it. Not as much as I like this though. It's I
They
didn't
seem
really understand
very
what it was at
different.
first. It's actually a water gun. It's a water squirter. So you put the
Oh,
water
that
in
water
the
probably
little
is
hatch
rancid.
there, and then he squirts it out of his definitely a turret submachine gun. I don't know why he's holding this water squirter in this specific manner. It's kind of aggressive, honestly. And I don't know about the pose either. Is he?
I think it's cool.
Is he proposing to me?
No, he's putting out a fire.
Okay, so I filled him up with water. I've closed the hatch, and it doesn't.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
It doesn't. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't. Which is a shame because I wanted to put my Diet Coke from Taco Bell in there and then kind of aim it into my mouth and drink it from the weird hole end. But we're not going to be doing that funny for this video because the toy is a piece of shit that doesn't work. Although I suppose there's probably like 20-year-old mold in here. I don't want to get cholera. So I love you, Taco.
If he dumps that water out, it's probably going to be just the most terrible thing. Oh, this is the Caddicarus Blu-ray? Is that what this is?
You know, speaking of merchandise.
Help!
Yeah.
Help! I'm stuck in the TV! I'm still in
There are
PS1
people that watch my
land, and
videos
there's a
that
type
own the
where face
Blu-ray.
won't
They
leave
said
me
it's
alone.
awesome.
Hello, I'm Spuds! I'm not sick anymore because I'm immortal. Don't you find it funny how Bandicoot month is June, but yet these videos are never out in damn June? Well, you can show everybody how much you don't care about that and celebrate Bandicoot month every single month with the new official Bandicoot t-shirt on the official Caddicarus merchandise store in the description below. And that's not
I have a
There's
feeling
also a
YouTube
Casper
hears
Nuka
that
shirt,
word
a new Claymation
and
logo
thinks
shirt,
it's
and a
something
Crash
else.
Bandicoot Platinum Relic tracking poster, where you can now do exactly what Caddy did in a video a few years
that's
ago
cool.
and get every single Platinum Relic in every single Crash game and check them off as you go on this poster that's designed after the London Underground map. And you have to buy something
You'll
because
ask me
that's
if
the only
that-
way you're getting me out of PS1 land, and I want to get out of here right now because I can't make any money in here. Oh, and the actual real life Caddy is in here with me too. Yeah, that one that you're watching on the video right now, he's a replica. He's fake. He's right. Yeah, get me out now, and don't listen to whatever the other Caddy is telling you. He's a liar. He's an imitation. He's a skinwalker.
He spent a lot of
Get
money on
away from
these
him now.
animations.
Buy my merch right now to help me get out of here so I can stop him.
Okay, then. Hi.
Now, I know I showed off the First for Figures Crash statue earlier on in this video, mostly because they are the cream of the crop when it comes to video game-based statues. I mean, Christ, look at these.
Wow.
I wish I had all of them. But that doesn't mean there aren't other statuettes and other high-detail display figures that you can get.
Like these ones here. Currently, at least, this is the complete set of Crash vinyl figures from U2's, featuring
Wait,
4
U2's
from It's About
mixes?
Time and 2 random
I don't think
one-offs,
I've-
like this adorable Ripperoo and
I don't
Crash
think I own
going...
a U2's. I have pop
While we're
figures,
talking
but I've
about
never
vinyl
owned a
figures,
U2's.
there's always Funko Pops.
I have those. Where are those? Oh,
don't get upset
Oh.
with me. I'm allowed to do that because, believe it or not, I used to have the entire set of Crash Bandicoot Funkos. I've earned the right to burn them. I have no spine. I didn't burn all of them, though. I got rid of them ages ago, either to charity shops or to my kids all around the house. But rest assured, you can get these
Doesn't
if you
he
really,
have a
really
U2's?
want to. But if you really want to get them, then I really want to not talk to you. In Funko's
Why?
defense, though, they are capable of making some good shit, especially when they aren't busy trying to replace everybody's eyes with black swollen lymph nodes. They
Valid.
released 6 of these
I don't
mini
think I've ever
vinyl Crash
bought a
Team Racing figures in
pop
2019,
figure,
and they
Funko
are some of my
Pop. I mean,
favorite
I
Crash
think I've all
related
just been,
things
like,
that
sent
I
to me or
own.
given
You'd
to me.
never guess that these were from the Pop Vinyl people. They have so much detail and personality. The characters have their own carts. All of their wheels are bent slightly differently. They aren't copy-pastes of the same plastic mold. Oxide even has his own hovercraft. How great
That's
is that?
cool.
And then you have this pretty well-crafted and not too expensive Crash 4 statue
holding a
from
phone?
Numbskull. Oh yes, first time I get to mention these guys. If you
Why?
have ever owned anything remotely unique or quirky related to video games before, chances are Numbskull were the ones who made it.
Never
That Christmas
heard of them?
jumper, those Crash Team Racing coasters, the glasses, the weirdly shaped mugs, the bottle opener, even the incense burner. All of these are Numbskull products.
Huh.
And this is another pretty cool one. Look, Crash is Gen Z. What kind of photos is he taking?
wait, what?
This is what he sees. Oh, and you know what else Numbskull are responsible for?
What?
Not these. This is a Crash 4
What's going on with their
Coco
arms? Why are they
Bandicoot
so long?
statue from Cable Guys, who specialize in making statues with a purpose. That purpose being putting a controller or phone on it. That's fun, isn't it? And the box even has instructions for you in case you
watching
don't
this on
get
an
it.
Xbox.
There's the statue, and then you aim your object in a downwards motion towards the statue's arms with the aid of gravity to place it, and then you win.
Yeah.
Thank you, round, bold child. I'm happy that you told me not to put my controller on your head.
Now, the thing is, I think this is pretty sweet for what it is, but I wanted to see what other ones I could get. So I went back online and found myself a Crash one.
Okay, well, how's that one look?
But they didn't tell me it was the size of a car.
Oh yeah, is holding a phone or a controller not exciting enough for you?
Is it
Well,
also
how
a
about
charger,
cable
too?
guy statue that can hold a Steam Deck. This
That's
is
nuts.
absurd. But also the most badass thing I've ever
It's
seen.
ahead of its
Look at this
time.
beefcake propping it up.
What elbows? What knees?
And my favorite thing about these things is that in order for the stands themselves to actually function, they had to do something to their arms. They're looking a bit long today,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure those bends are normal, but you know,
It's fine.
if that's what needs to be done for Cash Banuka to pick up a Nintendo Switch, I'm all for it. You can make their arms look like a gangly spider. I don't mind.
During the
I
making
mean,
of
if
this
it
video,
works.
I was also thinking whether or not I should bother including the Skylanders figures as merchandise, considering that they're an accessory that's needed to play a game. But then I thought,
Why not?
yeah,
They're probably
why not?
probably free.
I mean, they're kind of like amiibos, aren't they? They're multi-purpose. You can use them in the games if you want, or you can display them, or you could fight with them.
Now kiss.
It's merchandise that also has a practical use.
And then you have ducks. These things are called tubs.
Oh no!
And they are ducks.
I'm a duck.
What do you want me to say? Do you want Crash Bandicoot as a duck?
No,
do you
I
want
don't.
Cortex as a duck? Do you want Coco as a duck?
No.
Do you want Engine with a missile in his head as a duck? Do you want me as a duck?
You already have
Best thing
me
about these
as a
rubber
duck.
bath toys that were invented specifically to play with.
So
in
that's
the
how
bath.
duck Crash
They
would wear
are bath
pants.
toys. Why not? What's the point of them being rubber ducks if you can't use them as rubber ducks? What numbskulls came up with this idea? There's only 4 of these so far, and they each come in their own biodome, sitting in a
I
mini
wonder
bathtub of their
if
own, which is
it's
kind of cute,
like
I
an
guess,
age thing,
but
because
hang on
anything
a second.
made for
What's that
children
mark
has like
there?
super
Is that on the
crazy
inside? Is that from
rules.
his nose? Are they trying to break out? Am I safe? I like these things, but why can't you use them in the bath? I mean, look, they even have the hole. You know, that bit. The hole. Every water toy has a hole. You know,
I
you
had-
know what?
I had
You
a lot of
can't
rubber ducks that
release
do
me.
not
I'm gonna
have a
play
hole.
with these as they should be played with because I'm based.
Nice.
They float. They're bath toys. What's the problem?
And then you have
That
the
would be really
pissiest
bad.
shitty of them all. This. Look, it's our best friends
Funko
at Funko
soda?
again.
Soda-
What is
what?
this? They make soda now? Well, okay, I'm not against that idea.
What
if
is
you can
that
name a
opening?
cereal Graham, then you can name a soda after Funko
You know, I
Pops,
have
suppose.
a
So let's
love
open
for
it up
Golden
and
Grams
dig in.
because I opened.
Oh.
I got a
But
box
that's
at one
not a
time and they gave me
drink.
like a
This was secondhand.
$5
I suppose there wouldn't be
prepaid
any drink left,
gift
would
card
there?
thing.
Please note that Funko Vinyl Soda is not a beverage and does not contain any liquid.
What?
Well then why?
It's like Fallout 76 all over again.
There we
But yeah,
go.
no, Golden
It's
Grams gave me like
liquid
a
now. Drink up,
$5
kids.
So Funko,
prepaid
I'm
gift card
onto
thing.
you,
It was
all right. I've met this lovely fan here.
very,
He
very
bought me
cool.
this, right?
Okay.
I've got one. He's got one. I had number 1. He also has number 1.
Oh, they're not individually
I'm
numbered.
on to you.
It's just one of.
They're not limited.
No, they are limited.
Honestly,
They're
there's
just
only
not.
one single Funko Pop related
individually
thing that I am
numbered.
keeping, and it is this tiny tiger figure gifted to me by a very generous fan of my channel a few years ago, solely because it was signed by Brendan O'Brien, the original first voice actor for Crash, Brio, Engine, Komodo Mo, Tiny Tiger,
Bro, I was putting in
Pinstripe,
work.
Cortex in Crash 1, most of the PS1 cast, honestly. Sadly, however, during the making of this video, he tragically passed away at 60 years old. Mr. O'Brien, from the classic Crash villain monologues to the original undisputed whoa. Thank you for what you gave to the series, and I hope you rest in peace.
Oh,
I will
no.
treasure this.
Never thought I would ever treasure a Funko Pop, but
That's
you know,
so sad.
life is strange.
I didn't think a Caddicarus video could get sad.
And honestly, I don't know how to transition from that without it sounding too abrupt. So,
Abrupt.
do you want a Crash Bandicoot light-up USB cable?
No.
This is probably the most unnecessary thing I've ever seen. It's a micro USB cable
Oh, micro
that
USB.
lights up with Aku Aku on it.
Cool.
I don't get it. It also comes with some thumb grips to help you grab the cable, but sadly they
What?
are not very effective. They're too wide. Who
Wait,
the hell
you
made
need-
this stupid thing?
No, it probably. Oh.
Well, I can't read. Well, hey, at least you can mix and match the cable with the cable guys to charge whatever it is Crash is holding.
Hello, I'm Crash Bandicoot, and I have a neon willy.
Hey, Caddy, how's it going? Whoa, 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 you can't bring him in here. Why not? You know why.
Why?
Leave him alone, he's not hurting anyone.
The
You
mug?
crossed a line. I can't believe it. He's just invited my cousin, the mug.
But he has something very important to tell you.
I promise you he doesn't.
Yeah,
All right, what is it?
This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Fill me up.
Okay.
Drink. So you have these
Sure.
mugs here shaped like Crash boxes and are a total pain in the
Yeah,
dick
just
to
like
drink
the
anything
Doug
out of
Doug
without
mug
getting
mug.
it all down your chin. But at least that's better than being a total pain in the chin to drink anything out of without getting it all down your dick. These are the most impractical cups ever created. You had one job cup. What
They
are you
could have
supposed to do
made
with
the
these? Hook
inside.
your lip over the ridge of the circle and lap it up like a dog? Surely
Yeah.
we can get a cup that actually works as a cup.
Just
It's
put that
round,
inside of that.
It's pourable. It has Crash on it.
Uh-huh.
You were so close. Look, I get it. You want to make a ha-ha wacky mug, but out of every possible shape or Crash reference
pick
you
a
could use as a
DualShock.
handle, you pick the thing that turns your fingers into a garden rake. You nearly had it, guys. I'm so disappointed. I've been disappointed by a cup. But just when you thought it was impossible to make an implement for pouring liquid into your mouth, here comes this.
Okay.
A mug, but not
Yep.
just a mug.
Magnetic?
A magic mug.
Oh, I thought I said
well, from what
I'm
we've seen
stupid.
so far,
Sorry,
magic
it's
could mean that
1
it's
in the
just a
morning.
completely normal mug. But
I
let's
have
put some
not
boiling
slept
water in it and
much
see
at all.
what happens.
It's one of those. Okay.
Oh my god. My mug is ill.
Quick, Doctor! He's gone green!
God damn it.
I can't loosen the day. That isn't an option. Hang in there, damn it! Hang in there!
Ew.
Nurse, get me a towel!
I can't. It's laundry day.
For Christ's
do you
sakes,
mean?
man! We're wasting time! We need to act now! He's dead.
I mean, the color,
No,
the
he's
green
not.
will go
Okay,
away.
everybody, lunch.
Right, so we may be back on the completely impractical train heading
Numbskull.
straight for
Makes sense.
unusable station, but for this one example from
Do you
Numbskull,
own
I
any
don't
of these?
actually care because it's
Some of you
bloody
do, I bet.
wonderful. It's a two-parter. A mug and a Crash Team Racing trophy. I mean,
That's
I would never actually
sick.
want to put any boiling water in here, it's too shiny, but either way, how awesome is this? It's the perfect place to keep your Crash
Why would you
nanobots
put boiling
in.
water
Oh,
in a
shit.
And now we have another problem.
drinking mug? I guess maybe tea, but I don't think that has to be boiling, does it?
I can't drink plastic. And also, I now have more mugs than coasters, so what do I do now?
Buy more
Why,
coasters.
get a load of lenticular 3D drink coasters, of course. These are
I have
pretty neat.
coasters.
Not much else to say about them. They're drink coasters. And
This
I
is
know
leather.
it looks like it, but trust
Rogue
me,
Leather's on
they
Instagram,
aren't
Rafat.
actually deep. They're flat. It's just a clever trick.
And while we're talking about 3D lenticular stuff, have you guys ever seen these collectible trading cards before?
Now, these are pretty special. These were made in 2000 and were free gifts in old promotional packs of Italian snacks from a company called Mr. Day.
Okay.
Good day, Mr. Day. How does it feel to look like a hotel bed stain? All I could gather
Oh,
from the
yeah.
promo is that you could find these cards inside specially marked packets of
muffin?
muffins.
Okay.
And there were tons of them. I only managed to find 6 myself,
How many
but
are
I'm
there
happy
total?
with this, especially since loads of these tiny little things on eBay can go for like $80
Why?
each. So I'm
Why
good
are
with what I've got.
pe-
Tell me,
Who
Mr. Day,
buys
is your
this?
first name Wenz? So now we're out of pasta land and
These
back
can't
in...
be sold often.
I honestly don't know. Are these American or English? I have no idea. It's like Christian Bale. These are apparently stickers that came from vending machines. Whatever that means. And they are probably even more rare than
in a
the 3D
CC's
cards
pizza?
from Mr. Splooge. Especially if you manage to find them unused and still sticky. I can't imagine they'd be too nice if they came with 25-year-old hair. What I find really
Yeah.
cool about them is that they're all cut in different individual ways in a very primary school noteboard kind of way.
Which is
and I know I should probably use them as stickers, but to
expensive.
be honest, I don't want to. They were too much munty. So I'm just going to hang on to them safely and
Never use
look
them.
at them.
Yeah.
like most of the other stuff I bought.
Yep.
Why do I do this? And why did I buy this, pray tell? The absolute weirdest object I've ever laid eyes on, and the single most expensive sticker I've ever bought.
Who pays $90 for a sticker?
And Pepsi Man. Here is a 2002 Crash Bandicoot Game Boy Advance control sheet sticker. Look, I get the idea. I admire the attempt. Well done, Japan. You tried. But if you were going to cover your Game Boy Advance in these stickers to help you remember how to play a side-scroller that uses four buttons, what about all the other games you have on your Game Boy? Once you've stuck these down, you can't unstick them and swap them for another game's controls. What happens if you want to bring them back? You can't. They're stickers.
Buy a
you
new Game Boy.
Once, take them off, and then they all magically grow hair and never stick again. That's just how it works. Yeah. No, I see what you're doing. This sticker is a freeloading wife for your Game Boy Advance. You have to commit to it, yet it doesn't give you anything in return and just selfishly hogs up all of the space, not contributing anything to anything aside from itself. That's what this is. This sticker is a parasitic glutton leeching on your GBA that demands you only pay attention to it and nothing else. And the ultimate irony about it is that it's for Crash Bandicoot The Huge Adventure, which, let's be real, isn't even a 10, so why did you even marry it? I've forgotten my point. At least the stickers look pretty cool, and I always love how the Japanese render their Western platforming characters. They all look completely ridiculous. Hey, how's it going? I'm a tiger. Oh no,
apparently
my debit card is on fire. I better find something cheap right now. And luckily, I found some figures here from Tataku, which, despite the Coco and Cortex ones being exclusive to GameStop in the US, still didn't cost me that much, including import fees. I don't know why. I think they're pretty cool little things. They're like amiibos that are broken and have no use. You would even think that this extra special limited edition golden Crash figure would have been at least a little bit more, because, you know, it's gold. But the funny thing is, my Coco figure costed more than that. Yeah, a lesson there for you, Funko and Headstar. Just because you spray a plastic mold gold and call it limited edition doesn't make it automatically.
Was that around the time when Amiibos? Because I remember there was like a thing.
You want to know the stuff that's really
with Amiibos
valuable?
Being like
gestures of kindness,
really rare and desirable,
like with what other people do for you on your birthday. And even though the 19th of June is my birthday, I decided to get Ollie some presents too. Happy birthday, Oliver.
What? Wait, what?
So you know the great thing about that card, I'm gonna put a screenshot up, is that the place I ordered it from, that's the only one they had.
What?
Oliver, 6 years old. That's the only one. Screenshot is on the screen. I couldn't customize it. It was just Oliver, 6 years old.
No way.
And I also got this. Okay, I will admit this isn't official, but I also got you a special present as well. I got you this.
I film.
You do?
I remember back in the days when it was like a meme to just put I in front of anything.
Well, I actually got you something for your birthday.
Oh yeah? What'd you get?
Like a crate?
I don't want this.
What? Why not? What's in it? Is it a life?
But I know somebody who does.
Who?
What's up, my Long
Long Dennis.
Welcome to my channel, Long Dennis Unlonging. And today we have some special limited edition Crash Bandicoot merchandise.
What's in it?
These special...
Is it a loot crate? Nice.
Loot crate. Let's see what we've got in the box.
Was this like a loot crate thing?
Let's see what we've got in the box. Let's see what we've got to start with. We have...
Your fingers don't work. They don't work.
A Crash Bandicoot wallet. I've got one of these already.
Oh, well, okay, cool.
Oh, no. And for another thing I already have, it's
a shirt.
The Crash Bandicoot shoulder bag, which I also already have. But for some things I don't have, we got
a hat.
A nice
he doesn't have.
Crash
but now he has like what, 4 hats? 3 or 4 hats?
Let's put it on and see how it fits, shall we?
How are you gonna do this?
Let's put it on. Let's see if it fits my long head.
There you go.
Hooray! I'm now ready to hit the streets with my hat.
Keep Long Dennis inside. Don't let him out.
Bandicoot lanyard for all of the times I go to the Long Convention. It is a special.
He's gonna drop this.
Bandicoot.
He's so going to drop and break that. And drop it. Yep, and he broke it.
Oh no! This
obviously intentional.
Is a TNT big mystery loot
Wait,
crate
there's
box.
another loot crate? Is this like actually like loot crate brand or just like a different like by
Why is
another
it not
company
coming
and
off?
just called it
Oh!
loot crate?
The arch nemesis of the Long family. Small pieces of tape. Now we can get rid of this. Ba 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 boom. Hey, Crash Bandicoot
Thermos?
hot drink travel mug.
I
For all
believe
the
a thermos.
times I go driving in my limousine when I sit in the very back of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a nice little
Sticker sheet.
We have
He
a
just
Crash
moved past
Crate
it.
stress ball that you can squeeze.
Oh.
Yes, it helps me unwind when I have a new letter in the door from my long ex-wife when she wants me to pay long child maintenance. Angry, it's another
Child
lanyard.
maintenance? Is that what it's called there?
It's a belt, apparently.
It's called child maintenance or is it
Thank you,
child support?
assistant. And then
Here
the
it's called child
final
support.
thing from this box is, I think you put your key in it. Thank you for watching this new long unboxing.
OMG, it's Long
Make
Dennis.
sure
That
to
channel might have
go
more
to
subscribers than me.
gfuel.com/long to get 25% off your order.
There's no way.
Right then, what are we looking at
Not
next?
after what he
I'll
said
tell
about
you.
G Fuel
Free
in this
kids
video.
meal toys from Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
I've never even seen a Carl's Jr.
What?
Only a West Coast thing.
Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are American,
Yes.
but I've been to America.
Already once.
Am I going back to America?
For Hardee's, no less.
So the closest Hardee's to my hotel was an hour away. I drove an hour away from my hotel to get
Dude,
some
I'm
Hardee's.
probably
And
3
get some
miles from a Hardee's.
Free Crash Bandicoot kids meal toys from the early 2000s. Let's hope I'm lucky. Look, guys, I got chips everywhere. But either way,
Fries.
how lucky am I? They managed to pack the entire
The chips are
Crash
what you spilled
kids
after
meal
Taco
set
Bell.
in
Those were
here.
chips.
Because look, this is one in a bag for Hardee's, and it's got
Huh?
3 Crash things on it: a pullback, and a bend back. I think they gave me a used cigarette. We've got a pullback, and it's Crash riding his little jet boardy thing. You pull it back
Yeah,
and
this
he
is
falls
fine.
over. Oh wait, Crash apart Crash. It's supposed to have a box he can break. Hardee's, you forgot to pack the breakable Crash Bandicoot breakable box toy.
Oh,
Then we have
well.
this thing here.
He was
with
holding a
little
fry for a second
bendable
there.
Crash. And do you know what?
I never
thought it was gonna
understood
be a
the
piece
appeal
crap,
of
but
those.
it's actually all right.
Like the
It does
bendy things.
bend
It's like,
pretty much
what
in
are you
every
supposed to do with it?
direction that you want. I don't know why he looks like the color of Lucasade, but yeah,
What is
he's
that?
good. So now we get to open this, and because this is still in the bag, that means it has not been used once. Oh, look at that. Oh, it smells. It smells of the year 2001. And here he is.
Oh.
It's a Crash.
Why is he
riding a
red?
big metal egg, and he has some very wide feet. This front on profile is really awful. I hate it. And this pointing at you while he looks at you like that is like he's trying to enter something in you, and I am not okay with it. What does it do? Is it just a pullback?
Yep. Bye. And
Yeah,
it's
you
gone
can
forever.
stay down there.
You know something? I usually love destroying priceless gaming artifacts, but I haven't felt with this video inclined to do that because this stuff was just so expensive. So right now, I am yearning to smash something.
Like, it's so
If
expensive,
only
but
there was a
it's like
toy
never sold.
of Crash Bandicoot that told me I could smash it.
It's a Crash Bandicoot Smashbox surprise. Tear off the
What?
wrapper, smash box to reveal Crash figure.
What?
Okay, maybe not that hard.
You know what? This is an idea I can get behind.
Wait.
Sort of.
Do you actually
I've
have to
never been
smash?
a fan of this borderline gambling where kids spend their whole month's pocket money for a chance to get a new figurine that they don't already have. But at least in
True.
this case, the figures are pretty sweet. You have a built-in display system after you get the figure out, and it's true to what Crash is best known for: breaking boxes.
That's pretty
It's a
cool.
clever real-life crossover. Not bad, head start. Now all I'm confused about is why your thing that's supposed to be broken was packaged like a bomb shelter, and yet your delicate action figures were broken before I even touched them. Oh, actually, speaking
At least
of
it's not
figures,
one of
I've got
those
a few more
hard
to show you that
plastic
I've
things.
acquired
You know what
over
I'm
the
talking about?
years.
Where it's like the
this
front
one
and
for
back are both
NECA that
like
my sister got for me for my birthday in 2019.
like the
And
vacuum
even though it
sealed,
looked beautiful,
stamped,
it's so
hard
heavy that his
plastic.
ankles can't sustain his
That's
mass.
sharp.
Bad birthday present, Rosie. But don't worry, I forgive you. It doesn't matter anyway, because later on that year, I then found this extra-large deluxe Crash figure from the same company with a jetboard.
Why is he textured like that?
Man, this is easily one of the best Crash action figures I've ever seen. The articulation, the detail, the weight balance, the fact his belly button looks like a sphincter. It's basically the first for figure statue if you were able to mess around with it. I love this thing. And you know what? These two are pretty amazing too.
Hot
I've got a
Wheels?
bit of a thing for video game-based Hot Wheels, like all the Mario Kart ones, and these two, exclusive to America,
That's cool.
are no exception.
I had a lot of
Crash
Hot Wheels.
and Spyro as toy cars. If
my
I had
nephews
these as a
have
kid,
all my Hot
I would
Wheels
have
cars now.
screamed and then chewed off the paint and died. I
That's
actually have no
I think,
complaints.
big
If
money.
Crash and Spyro looked like cars, this is exactly how they would look. And not like that demented Tommy Pickles one where the back end is a nappy filled with his own feces. Yeah, it's a dump truck, you get it? Even the fact that Spyro has headlights that are supposed to be his smoking nostrils and Crash's nose is right up in Aku Aku's sweaty back are grounds enough to warrant a purchase for me. These
That's pretty
are
cool.
great.
They're
I'm
probably
not taking them out of
expensive.
the packages though.
Yeah.
What? You think I'm gonna use a toy? What am I, a savage? And then, there's probably the cream of the crop for Cash Banuka action figures. This Crash 4 figure from the Good Smile Company in Japan. These are what they call Nendoroids, little chibi versions of pop culture icons, and that would be fine enough, but man, they go all out with this. Look at what you've got to mess with here. Multiple swappable body parts, facial features, poses, eyes. You can
Just
make your own
eyes.
stop
Yeah,
motion
just
with this
find
level of
eyes.
customization in your hands, and it helps that the figure itself hasn't been overly stripped down or stylized for the sake of a corporate gimmick to make their brand of figures stand out. It's just a small and adorable version of Crash. I mean, come on, look at his feet. His toes bend.
What?
Don't you want to give this little bastard a hug?
No.
No? Well, how about these?
Oh.
What? You don't want a hug
That's
from
bad.
them? I don't know why. These are from a company called Kid Robot and are much like the
2018.
Smash Crate mystery figures from earlier, in that you pay to hopefully get another figure that you don't already have, except instead of you having a fun time breaking the thing open that you just bought, these mystery figures just come from bags instead, which is fine if you like a good bag. But that's not the only disappointing thing about these. I mean, you can see what I can see, right? Coco looks like she just saw a dead seagull, Crash looks like he's about to flash you, and Cortex is just...
That Yep, no, I believe that, yeah. World domination.
At least the masks look okay, these are pretty good, but then you get the Crash variation figure with Aku Aku on him, and once again, it not only looks like he's been soldered onto Crash's face, but it also makes Crash's face look like a giant slab of red Leicester. And then there's the normal Crash.
It's not
where,
supposed.
wait,
You're supposed to
I
look at it
already
from the
have
front.
Crash. Is this another one? Why do I have two? Hang on, wait. Is
Wait.
that normal? Did they make two versions of Crash with
Yes.
different eyes, or was this one just printed wrong? Is he okay? Was he born incorrect? Does he have dark thoughts?
I
Do
was
I need
built
to banish
incorrect.
him?
I think I need to banish him.
What do you mean banish him? Oh, a Viking funeral, nice. Why do you have a giant box of matches? Why are your matches so big?
This wasn't the only thing Kid Robot made for Crash, though. They also gave the plushie thing a shot, and the result
Again,
is...
with the Cortex.
a thumb. I mean, I guess I've seen worse, but with Cortex, I kind of lose it when you turn him around and see the rest of his hair. It looks like somebody pooed on an egg. Then they have their own bespoke Crash plush, and... Oh no. The eyes are wonky. It wasn't a mistake. It's intentional.
Go.
Cash, I'm so sorry!
He's actually on fire!
I also
He
managed
set
to
it
grab
on
a Coco
fire.
one, still wrapped in her own little cocoon, and you know what? I'm glad she's in it because I never want her out. There's something about that face, man. She's got a very Renee Zellweger fish thing going on. The best thing about these plushes, undoubtedly, though, is that even though they were made by Kid Robot, they are all named Funny.
Why? With a PH?
I love it. I'll call this one Thummy.
And you know what else you can do with your thumbs? Aside from putting them in someone's eyes? Yes, that's right. You can use them to push in enamel pins.
Okay. Yeah.
I write for a living. You can find Crash pins everywhere. They're a
I
nice
never really
epidemic,
understood
so-called because they're everywhere,
whole
but
pin
don't
thing.
kill anybody. But two
Like,
pin
I don't know what
sets
I
in
would put
particular
a
for
pin
me caught
in,
my eye
you
just
know?
because they were in, well, sets. And some very cool boxes to boot.
Like, no people put them on
Starting with
hats.
The least
I don't
cool
wear
one,
hats.
though, is this one
Put 'em on
from
book bags.
Numbskull. Just a
I
few
never wear a
basic,
book
as
bag.
you'd expect, pins in a crate-shaped box with a little window, nice and neat. But then Numbskull had a meeting, and they were told, okay, we have some Crash Team Racing pins for Nitro Fueled. Can you sell them together?
No.
And Numbskull misheard that information as create a replica magnetic toolbox. Honestly, the pins are cool, don't get me wrong.
That's
but I
cool.
wanted this purely for the box alone. It is the dog's nads. You might be wondering where the other pins are hiding, and well, they are being proudly displayed on my pin backpack, along with a couple of other random Crash pins I've come across in my time. Inside the bag is also my Crash Bandicoot journal, just in case I need to write down the addresses of people that look at me funny, or whenever I feel inspired to draw some fan art. Ah! You didn't see that. And all of this goes perfectly with my Crash Bandicoot pencil case.
What
Wait,
even is a
why
pencil?
is it all nubby? You can't fit a pencil in there. What the? Oh shit,
What?
son! It's long. It's not a shower. It's a grower.
Wait,
now I finally
what?
have a place to keep my Japanese Crash Team Racing promotional ruler and eraser still sealed.
Why does it
How
have the
sweet is
zigzag
this?
in the
And
middle?
also my other Crash Bandicoot ruler, Crash Bandicoot eraser, Crash Bandicoot pen, Crash Bandicoot
Well, I
pencil that
guess
has
he
no
called it
lead
an
at the
eraser,
end. Oh,
so.
don't worry, I can sharpen it with my Crash Bandicoot sharpener. What a nifty little thing this is. Although I must admit, I am a bit 50-50 on it, because on one hand, it's very unique and can shrink to fit whatever bag you carry, and on the other hand,
It's long.
it's a foreskin. I'm sorry, I know that's vulgar, but what else do you want me to say? That is what it is, and I love how it's Torna that pops out from under the fold. Look at her face. She knows what's happening. She likes it. She loves a rubber in the morning, but no rubber at night, if you know what I'm saying.
What's that? Well, of course, right away.
Oh, he's... why?
Just found out it was American.
What?
Oh, beans! Look, everybody, it's half past eyebrow. And you know what that means? It's nearly the end of June.
Oh, I understand.
2022! And I need to go to a convention to see if any kind fans will give me some Crash Bandicoot-related merchandise.
And they probably will.
I'm going to America again. This time, I'm not going to rush it. We need to make sure we have everything.
I'm not even sure those.
So before
I don't
you
think
leave,
those are
don't
American
forget to pack your
cars.
carry-on flight bag with another Crash Bandicoot pencil
What
case
about
to
your
fit all
Crash Bandicoot
charges in,
AirPods
and more
case?
importantly, your Crash Bandicoot A4 document wallet in order to keep your passport safe. I've always wanted Torna to look after my travel insurance. And of course, you're going to need some portable games for the flight, so make sure you stick your Switch in your Crash Bandicoot Switch case or your other Crash Bandicoot Switch case, depending on what mood you're in. Don't forget your big luggage for all of your modern licensed Crash Bandicoot clothes, and to zip them all up with your mystery bag Crash Bandicoot luggage tags. My Crash can't smell anything. But that's okay, I already have another one.
Oh, cool, replacement.
And I already have another one. Then make sure you head downstairs and grab your car keys with your Numbskull Crash question mark box keyring on. Stick them in your pocket while they stab into your leg and stick out like a hernia. Now get in the car and start to head off, making sure that you've attached your Crash Team Racing fuzzy orange dice for extra styling.
Why?
When you get to the airport and eventually on the plane, you can always choose to wear your Crash Bandicoot triple filtration face mask that I wish were bootlegs, but I promise you they really weren't. Look,
I mean,
you can
I
see
guess
here, they're made by the same people that made some of the mugs. I can't believe
profit
it.
margin
And yes,
on masks.
you don't have to wear these, but I don't want to give anyone my British disease. Symptoms include beer belly, bad teeth, and an urge to colonize an African country. Then when you get to your convention,
Just
you
Africa?
might get lucky enough to be gifted all sorts of oddities, like this incredible Crash Team Racing electric pinball set. Yes, this was actually gifted to me one time, and it features all of the classic Crash Team Racing sound effects we all know and love, like and
I
this is
haven't
the
played
best
Crash
thing I've ever
Team
had. Thank you so
Racing.
much for the gift. And you might end up getting extra lucky on top of that and receive this giant-ass book made by Dark Horse, the Crash Bandicoot Files. And even though it has a lot of really amazing historical Crash artifacts like level plans, concept art, gameplay notes, and all sorts dating back to the early mid-90s when Crash was still known as Willy the Wombat, it's not actually that good because it doesn't fit in my Numbskull Crash Bandicoot gaming cabinet. I mean, come on, what the hell?
In the
If you're gonna
world
give
is
me
a
gift,
gaming
make it
cabinet?
considerate. All I can do with this thing is put headphones on it and a Crash Bandicoot Switch controller, and a Crash Bandicoot Switch controller, and a Crash Bandicoot Switch controller.
Live at this convention. This lovely dude here has shown me that they had these.
Ooh.
I had no idea about these at all.
A little
And
quarter zip.
It's too late
and
now. So thanks for ruining my video.
A sweater.
Which then led Google to recommend me the student planner from 2000, which I
Oh,
also
dude,
couldn't
I remember
find.
when
And then
you were
all of
required to
Wumpa
have these
fruit scented
planners.
candles from Numbskull that I couldn't find anywhere.
course
and then
Numbskull
all of
made
these
candles.
snacks from 2001 that I also couldn't find
Yeah,
anywhere.
that makes sense.
But honestly,
They're
that's
food.
actually a good thing because they're from Italy and they're over 20 years old, so they probably taste like feet. And then for a final present from a fan of your YouTube channel that you definitely have, you might end up getting even luckier with this Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled car dashboard hula dancer.
Does
Which you
it
could
have
also
to be
add
a
to your
car?
car on the way home and look a right balling G.
Dashboard?
By
Couldn't it
the
just
way,
be a
while I was wearing it
bobblehead?
for a few minutes, the crash mask on the plane attracted the attention of one of the airplane staff.
Is that a Crash Bandicoot face mask?
Yeah.
It is. Really?
Wow.
It's horrible.
See, it
that
works.
Are we done now? I'm not sure.
super
What
effective.
does my Crash Bandicoot 4 promotional sand timer say?
Same timer? It's an hourglass.
Okay, we've got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna end this video with the biggest bang that I can bang. And no, I'm not just saying that. These final things I'm about to show you are some of the rarest pieces of Crash merchandise that you can find on this planet.
Which means they were expensive.
And I managed to find quite a lot of them.
I want to see an
At the
itemized.
expense of my mortgage, but I got
I
them.
want to see the
And they're
itemized
easily
for how much
the
he
most
spent on this
valuable
video, because it was a
and coolest
lot.
pieces of Crash merch from my collection.
You'd think, wouldn't you, that some of the stuff we've shown off today, like vintage plushes, the pinball set, the statue, the RC car, and Japanese exclusive limited edition things would be the pricier parts of this little collection I now have. And yes, you'd be right, they were all pretty damn pricey. And believe it or not, one of the most expensive single items I ended up finding for this was a vintage Crash 1 promo cap from 1997. Yeah, I was surprised
That's
it was
old.
expensive too, and it was so much that I'm now never gonna wear it.
$400?
I could burn it though. But if you're into
$400
Crash
for a
Bandicoot
hat?
and you know anything about his merchandise, then the word Resaurus should send a shock to your system. If you
What?
know, you know.
I don't know.
And if you don't,
I don't.
then buckle the hell up. Resaurus were a company in the mid to late
Sure.
90s that had the first original rights to Crash Bandicoot action figures and plushes. In fact, just to ease you in, I'll show you something a little bit older and a little bit softer, like a grandma. I have 2 of the Resaurus Crash plushes from very early 1998. Some of
Okay.
the earliest Crash plushes in existence, and
Why does he look
they're
like that,
pretty
though?
wicked. But I really do appreciate the love for the Komodo brothers in merchandise form. This is something you do not see every day. Going back on track though, like I
Okay.
said, they also had rights to the original first line of Crash action figures between late 1998 and early 2001. There were plans to make 21
Oh, dude, the
in
Komodo
total
brothers,
across
they were-
3
that was like
waves
the
of
easiest
figures,
fight ever.
But only 2 waves ever came out, and in turn, only 13 figures from the sets were ever created. The rest of them existing as nothing but concept art, leading to the remaining Crash figures out in the wild to become extremely valuable collector's
Oh,
items.
no.
And when I say extremely valuable,
much?
I am not exaggerating for dramatic effect of an unremarkable story.
You can,
I mean
brother,
that people
if
on
you
eBay will
finance
sell unpackaged
Crash
figures
Bandicoot
for
merchandise.
tons with missing limbs. In fact, look at this Dingodile figure here. Depending on the condition on his body and if he has his accessories,
Why
he
does
can
this
sell
person
for
have so many? It's the same
£500 on his
person.
own,
The setting's
but
the
he's
same.
still worth £150 with no accessories and no jaw.
When I was a kid, I used to have a lot of these figures.
What?
Complete, with accessories. And I loved them. But then I lost them.
How?
They're gone.
Where did they go?
And I'm pretty sure I chewed off both of Crash's legs. The only
okay.
surviving things from us at this point are the Dingodile body that my sister managed to salvage from our old house, and I saved this Aku Aku from one of the sets, which I know doesn't look or sound like much, but this is how much it can go for online.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
the asking price. What's the sold price?
Tiny rubbery sandal. For years and years, it has been a bucket list dream of mine to try and
As he wears
recover
a
these figures
$400
back to a
hat.
complete set. I didn't even care if they were boxed or not, I just wanted the figures back. And obviously, as you can imagine, the biggest thing slowing me down with that was the financial aspect of it, as well as a lot of waiting around for good deals instead of me being impatient and blowing £5,000 on a Komodo Mo figure. This listing has 12 watchers. There's a market for this. And now you're about to see the
Okay,
fruits
it's not
of
that
my
much,
labor.
but
After
I think it's just
years,
people
and I mean
seeing, like, if it
literally
will
years
sell for that.
of bargain hunting, searching around, picking up single parts of the collection whenever I could at good prices from conventions and online, and waiting for the right moment to show off what I'd found. Here it is.
What did you find?
I've been collecting these figures secretly and individually for many years now and wanted to wait for the right
They're
moment to
still
start
in
showing them
box.
off. I don't have all 13, but I have 10 of them, all in varying conditions, but all boxed. And just
I don't
looking
see
at this
the Komodo
lineup
one.
sets my nostalgia off something fierce. Don't worry, I wasn't stupid enough to spend thousands on each figure. I've been a savvy bargain hunter and I've been very patient, hence I'm only just talking about this now. But rest assured,
Now the
this
price
whole
went up.
collection is not cheap in the slightest. You know how people invest their money into property,
Yeah, like
stocks, pensions?
I don't have a pension, but
I put it into Crash Bandicoot figures. But I didn't do this for the monetary return in like 50 years. I did it because I wanted them.
How can it
I did
possibly
this
go
for my
up and die? Oh, he does
childhood,
have
man. And
Komodo.
even though I don't have the complete set just yet, I still find it tragic that we never got to see the rest of the figures come to life. I know I was literally 4 to 6
Well,
years old
now
when these
he
were coming
has
out. and I
to get
probably
the
would have
rest
chewed
of
their
them in
faces off and
box.
shat all over them. But still, the idea that these never came to be is a little bit heartbreaking for me, especially for how high quality and detailed these figures are, and for how much I loved the other figures when I had them as a kid.
And then I just lost them. Yeah, I really loved them that much that they vanished and I didn't care.
Wow.
And then I had to spend God knows how much of my own adult money to fill a void in my childhood heart, which I didn't even know I had. It almost makes you want to skin a bandicoot.
Does he say...
Make it into a hat.
Does he say how much he spent on that? On that little collection of 10 there? What's the value of that?
Here's my Cash Banuka shrine.
Let me know. Oh my word. That is insane. That is so much. He spent a lot of money. How many views does this video have? 2.9 million. Well, I'm not even sure if... Yeah, yeah, I don't even know if the ad revenue from the video views itself was enough to pay for all of that. Probably not.
Baptisms are just waterboarding your child for God.
Oh, Stan approves. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I don't even think the... it depends on how much he spent on those last 10 figures. Because, like, it's... yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's only a year ago, and CPM was down like crazy a year ago. It might be, the video might be closer to 2 years old. Well, actually, it came out in July, I believe. So it's actually approaching 2 years old. Actually, so that came out in 2023. That's when CPMs were good. 2024 CPM went down a cliff. In 2025, it's fallen off of that cliff into a trench. So, yeah, it's not been fun. So, yeah, shout out to the sponsor, because he wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for them, and also for the patrons, just like my patrons, like these people right down here. They got all the videos there early. Could not do this if it was not for them. You don't see brand deals on the channel because of my patrons, and there's no paywalls on the channel either. So shout out to the patrons. This is a longer video. It's now 1:20 in the morning. I need to edit this video and 3 other videos that I also recorded today, and then I got to make thumbnails, and then I have to go to sleep, and hopefully I can get a full night of sleep for the first time in quite a while. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any of these merchandise, and if any of these things have like shot up in value since he made this video, because it probably did. Like, it's very common for especially things like this that's like there's not a ton of very niche things. Like if a YouTuber, like if Doug DeMuro talks about a car, or James Pumphrey talks about a car being good makes a YouTube video about it, all of a sudden that car shoots up in value. I have a feeling that's the same with a lot of this Crash Bandicoot stuff, because people found out that some of the stuff exists that they didn't know exist beforehand, and now there's more of a demand for these very, very low supply items. But yeah, no, that's crazy. That last set, he's 3 away, and I think him putting out this video probably made it way more expensive to get him. He's probably finished the collection since then. I would hope so. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully made your day a tiny little better. I look forward to reading your comments, because I read every single one of them. But until next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing